Well, hello everyone, and happy Sunday to you. It's lovely to see you again as usual, and I hope you've all had a good week and having a good day so far. And welcome back to my favourite time on the channel. It's our family meals of the week, and I know it's a huge favourite with a lot of you as well. So let me go and show you what I've made this week. And as usual, if I've done a video recipe and anything that you see here, I will always leave it linked down below. That way you can go and watch it and make it for yourself if you like. So starting all the way back on Monday, we had chicken, and lots of people ask how I do my chicken breasts, and I nowadays like to poach these just because it gives them such a nice soft texture, much nicer and nowhere near as tough, as if you were going to roast them. So I've got some steamed cauliflower on the side, and I've got some cabbage as well. I like to add a wee bit of butter and white pepper into my cabbage. I've got some sage and onion stuffing balls in the middle. That's my poached chicken breast there. Like I said, I just poach this and sometimes like a chicken stock or a chicken stock cube for about an hour and a half, and it just goes lovely and soft. And then some potato croquettes on the side, and then some lovely chicken gravy as well. We do like gravy, but just not too much. And folk will say, you definitely need more gravy, but I don't like everything swimming in gravy, but I do like a wee bit of gravy just to take the dryness off of certain things, like potato croquettes or the stuffing. But yeah, we don't go mental with the gravy. And then moving on to Tuesday, we had curry. Sometimes I do a sort of Chinese takeaway style curry, sometimes more of an Indian takeaway style curry. Probably not authentic at all, but it just tastes delicious. And this is my favourite, is the sort of Chinese style takeaway curry. And I love this with chips. I had that with chips last week, but now we're having it with rice. So this is jasmine sticky rice, and this is very sticky rice. First time I've tried this one. I don't know if I'd go for this one again, with a few chili flakes on the side for me, because I love everything spicy. And that's that curry there. And I do have a video recipe for the curry, which I will leave down below. If you just click on the show more, it will bring everything up down there for you. Like I said, I'll leave a link and you can go straight to the video and watch it and make it for yourself. But that is one of my favourites. And then moving on to Wednesday, one I haven't done for absolutely ages is the moussaka, or moussaka, but I think it's actually moussaka is the way it's pronounced. It's a Greek dish, and it's basically aubergines and minced. You're meant to use minced lamb. I didn't have minced lamb, so I've used minced beef. So it's layers of aubergine, minced beef, there's sliced potato, bechamel sauce, cheese, all sorts of things, and herbs and spices, and it's absolutely delicious. And again, I will leave the video link for this down below if you want to go and make a big family-sized tray of this. Like I said, haven't made it for ages, but it is really nice with some broccoli on the side. And then moving on to Thursday, we had steak pie. So these are just wee individual steak, gravy and vegetable pies. So you've got the beef stew in there with lots of gravy, and there's peas and carrots. It's a wee bit dark on the top just because I used poppy seeds, and they have burnt a wee bit, but never mind. It was absolutely delicious nonetheless. And it's short crust pastry on the bottom and puff pastry on the top. I like to use shop bought pastry for this type of thing just because, it just works out perfect every time. And I've got some roast cauliflower on the side, as recommended by one of you last week, or quite a few of you last week actually. So I've roasted the broccoli instead of just steaming it, and it was lovely. And then some air fryer roast potatoes on the side with some beef gravy as well. And this is just a lovely combination and quite easy to put together as well. And then moving on to Friday, Mr. What's for Tea's favourite is the macaroni cheese. I mean, I don't mind macaroni cheese, but he would have this half of the week if he could. I've got to try and rein him in with macaroni cheese, but sometimes I bake my macaroni cheese, but this time I didn't bake this one. He prefers it not baked because it's far more saucier. It doesn't go as dry because it's not in the oven. So I've got some tomatoes, a wee bit of olive oil and salt and pepper, a couple of slices of garlic bread on the back, and this is that lovely saucy macaroni cheese. And I popped some sweet corn in here as well, just for a wee bit of a texture change and then some grated cheese on the top just to make it extra gooey. You know, when the cheese melts in, it goes lovely and stringy and even more cheesy. Yeah, this is one of his absolute favourites. Like I said, I don't mind it, but I prefer a more tomato-based spicy pasta rather than anything overly creamy. But it is really tasty, and another one that's really easy to put together. Perfect for a midweek dinner. And then moving on to Saturday, another one I haven't done for absolutely ages, and I did do chicken pakora as a recipe for the channel a wee while back. And again, I will link the video on how to make this chicken pakora, and it's just exactly the same every time. It is, you know, kind of foolproof, very, very easy to make, and just the same as the one that you'll get from your local Indian or Indian style takeaway. So I've got a wee bit of salad there on the side with some olive oil and lemon juice, a wee bit of salt as well, some onion rings, some chilli and tomato sauce on the side, and that's the chicken pakora. So it's just marinated and battered chicken fillets, and this is lovely, just wonderful. And I forget, you know, when I haven't made this for a while and I make it again, I do forget how tasty this is, and you can see just how lovely and white the chicken is there. Like I said, I will leave the video recipe for this in case you want to go and watch the recipe and make it for yourself, just in case this isn't very common where you are. But I think you can get a variation of this wherever you are. And then just a few chips on the side. So I like to pour the chilli and tomato sauce just over everything, and it just, oh, it's just lovely. Really tasty. And then moving on to today, we had mince and tatties. I had some mince from the butcher in the freezer that I had to use up, so I've just turned it into mince and tatties. I was going to make bolognese, but I thought mince and tatties are a wee bit nicer, you know, for a Sunday, with mashed potato and again some cabbage on the side. So I like to add a wee bit of milk and butter to my mashed potato. Sometimes I add garlic as well, or a wee touch of cream. I didn't have any cream, so I just used the milk this time. And then some cabbage again. We've been loving cabbage recently, and I like to add a wee bit of butter into the cabbage with some white pepper. And that's minced beef, that's steak mince and gravy and onions and carrots as well. And this is one of my favourites. It's funny, this isn't one of Mr. What's for Tea's favourites, but I could have this probably half of the week as well. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said, don't forget you can find all of those video recipes down below if you just click on the show more. A huge thank you as usual to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, to the channel members here on YouTube, for you all for watching, your lovely comments, for those that share the videos, those that have bought me a coffee, and also those that have shared the videos, I've said that, and those that have bought me a super thanks donation as well. Everything is so much appreciated, and I will catch up with you during the week for another wee video back here on What's for Tea. Take care and bye for now. Bye now.